You ever played in 22-degree weather?
No, not yet. Actually, maybe. I remember my senior year in high school, we played Hamilton late, which Arizona gets real close sometimes, but nowhere close there, so actually I'm taking that back now.
What do you think about it?
We can't worry too much about the weather. I mean, we'll play in whatever conditions we get, so we just got to come out and play our game.
How does it affect you as a quarterback? The motorcycle?
It really doesn't. I mean, I can sit back in the pocket, throw the ball, and I mean, I should be able to get warm enough, pre-game, that if I do need to take off, I still have the ability to run.
Are you saying anything to the guys to avoid what people are calling this a trap game?
No, I mean, the guys are real good at this. I mean, we know that, we got to come into every game and play it like every team is the same. The way I've heard and like to say it is we don't play the record, we play the team. So we got to come out every week and play our game, no matter who we're playing against. We got to come out and play UCLA football.
Is there the natural tendency? I mean, do you guys feel that USC is 14 days away, or are you?
No. To be honest, really this team. I mean, we really feel like it's every game is I mean, 1 week at a time. I mean, we're on Washington State, and then next week, I mean, we'll be on the SC. But for right now, it's Washington State, and that's all we're worried about.
Have you watched them on tape yet?
Washington State?
Yeah.
No, but we will. Today we have meetings, so we'll get into that today.
Did you watch the tape from Arizona?
Yeah, I watched it Sunday.
What'd you think, looking back?
It was a good showing. I mean, we did some good things, but we did still do some bad things, and that needs to be corrected. So, I mean, you can learn from every game. I mean, there was a lot of positives, but still some negatives that we got to fix. We just got to go in and get better.
And early in games, there have been a couple times where you've had some long balls, some guys open, and later in the game you end up hitting those. Do you feel like there's some at the beginning of games you just need to warm up a little bit, or just not being able to see it? Or
No, not at all. I mean, not every pass is going to be perfect. So that's the way. Whenever I throw a pass, I mean, I'm not expecting it to be. Well, actually, I am expecting it to be on target, but not everything is going to be perfect. So, I mean, I guess just in the beginning of the game, it just didn't hit target. But I plan on making the play.
How do you think you did a job of reacting off blitzes in this last game? It seems like there were a couple of plays where you found a secondary receiver pretty quickly off the blitz.
Yeah, I studied this team a lot. They don't pressure too much. Well, they didn't pressure too much, but when they did, we were able to respond, and then I was able to make a move here and there and find a secondary receiver.
As you're going around campus, has anybody reminded you that you guys are ahead of USC in the rankings, that you're in top of the division? Has anybody tried to pump you up like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of people just talking about the SC game and stuff like that, but I try to remind everybody. I mean, they have an opponent who's not us this week. They play, I think, ASU this week, and we have Washington State this week. So, I mean, that shouldn't even be coming into our heads, and it hasn't. So, we're preparing for Washington State, and we will play them on Saturday, and then after that, we'll get ready for USC.
Do you feel like the team has to be a little extra vigilant against blocking out these distractions compared to earlier in the season when you guys weren't getting as much attention?
No, not at all. I think this team has done a great job throughout the season. I mean, no matter what comes at us, we just got to stay focused and humble in what we do and the things that we do on and off the field. So as long as we're doing the things that we need to do and the things that we're, expected to do, then everything will take care of itself.
How much more dangerous is a team that's lost 6 games in a row, kind of in desperation mode?
I mean, every team is dangerous, to be honest. Like I said previously, we don't play the record, we play the team. So, we're going in there they're just like any other team. We just got to come out and play our game and play UCLA football.
did you read up about anything that Leach said after the last game?
No, I didn't do so.
Got it.
I didn't hear that.
Brett, in terms of your development every week, looking back a few weeks ago, that bye week, what do you think that did for you in terms of being able to move your game ahead, watching more film, realizing, sit back and realizing what you have done so far in the season?
I think that's just it, just being able to watch myself play instead of, watch other teams and study other teams. I was able to sort of come together and just sort of watch myself and sort of critique myself more than I would have, let's say, on like a regular week if we were playing somebody that week, because, most time is spent on game planning for that team. But that bye week allowed me a lot of time to be able to sort of just sit back and watch myself play and sort of reflect on the things that I need to get better on. And then, when we started practices, I was able to get better, and then, that's what I plan on doing every practice.
So you saw what did you put into action from that week? What did you see from your tape of yourself and then put into action after that, after the bye week?
I just basically said, I need to go back to the fundamentals of things and the basics of things. I mean, sometimes, I still felt like I was still playing within the system, but just going back to the basics and sort of going back to the fundamentals was my main focus.
Good.